It's wonderful to be here with everybody, and I am an enthusiastic supporter, of course, of Prop 15. I'm going to go the extra step and say that I think we should chastise any elected official who's obsequious enough to really have to take, I think, the money of corporations in order to feel that that is their main ticket and their vessel to stay in office. And I think that we should do everything possible to unhandcuff them from their sort of beholden relationship to corporations. And I agree with Senator Leno. Prop 15 is not the only ballot measure that I think that we give it our great vigor in making sure that it wins. But Prop 16, as it was mentioned, is one that I'm deathly afraid of, that really is quite that exhibit A as to why that needs to go down in flames because of the brazen attitude of PG&E and, of course, Mercury Insurance with Prop 17 that feels that they can spend unlimited sums of ratepayer or shareholder money and that they think that they're going to be able to buy a ballot really unresponded to because they know that from a grassroots perspective, we may not be able to marshal, I think, the kind of resources to blunt that arrogance back. But that arrogance has now been underscored by the U.S. Supreme Court in their decision very recently to do what could have been the most anti-democratic action in order to undermine what we have worked for over the last century in order to instill that level of fairness, or at least perceived fairness, and that level of equality from the highest to the lowest level of our electoral playing field. And it's absolutely shameful that it was the U.S. Supreme Court that has been able then to take a trend during the age of the Obama administration to slap us all right back in the face to think that it is the corporate overlords that really get to rule the day. And this should not go unresponded to, which is why we need to pass Proposition 15, which is why it's important that we intensify our response, that the rule of law and active citizenship that has worked so hard in the state of California and throughout this country in order to keep that piece of democracy that means so special to their hearts and to the generations before us who have risked their lives in wars, both domestically and abroad, in order to make this country great, so that it is us, one-to-one vote, that is able to exercise our fundamental right. And that's why I think Prop 15 has instilled this level of spirit that needs to certainly transform to the rest of the country to say we will not take what the U.S. Supreme Court has done. We expect Democrats and Republicans and independents to uphold the very expectation that they do not become beholden to corporations and to resign themselves as if they capitulate that this is the way it has to be. I disagree, which is why in this coming ballot, 15 must win, 16 must go down in flames, because if it doesn't, other states will follow suit, and 17 as well, too. Thank you very much.